So we have another 5.7 pistol here. It is the M&P 5.7. It has the rotating barrel system in here. I believe it is a sleeve system inside of here, if I'm not mistaken. It does have an MOS plate, which accepts the red dots. Shot one round out of it already just to feel the recoil off of it. I've never shot a 5.7 pistol before in my life, and I wanted to feel the recoil off of it to see what I was getting myself into. It is a very ergonomic pistol. It's slim, but it is wide enough to accommodate larger hand shooters, and I believe a smaller stature person will be able to acquire the trigger as well in there too. I'm not sure what kind of ammo this is. It says F&B. I'm not sure what kind of ammo it is. One thing that I do know about this pistol, it is pretty hard to load these magazines, especially when you get around that 20 mark, 21 mark. Putting in the mag to get it to seat, it is pretty hard to get it to seat regular. I wouldn't advise doing that. If you're gonna carry this, lock it back, put it in, drop it, and put the safety on. I wouldn't want to keep beating on the bottom of it to force the round into the chamber. So we're just gonna jump straight into this. I got a target down there at 100 yards. It's in that vicinity right there. You may be able to see it, may not. See if it'll focus in. So it's in between the trees. Yeah, so it may be in this area on the camera for you guys. So let's see if I can actually hit this thing. It is a long way. That thing is pretty loud. All right, I'm not gonna keep wasting that ammo on that 100. That ammo is very expensive off of here, and I don't want to shoot it all up. This is not my personal pistol. This is a loaner firearm. It is brand new. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take this thing over to the close range area, and we're gonna make sure it's sighted in for what we're gonna do for it. You know, you guys know how I like to shoot. I do a little bit of fast shooting, but majority of it, I want it to be able to see about the controllability and functionality and the ergonomics of it. Oh, and we'll be breaking a little bit of glass with this too. So now this is the accuracy portion of it. Let's see where I can get this thing to hit at. Now we'll go and check that out and see what it looks like. I am 10 yards away from it. It's a little iffy. You guys have to forgive me on that accuracy on that. It's not too bad, provided that is standing. So I did do a little bit of physical activity before I actually shot this, so I'm still calming down a little. I sprinted 100 yards with a P90, but I'm not making any excuses. That's just me and my trigger pull, shooting low and left. I wasn't anticipating it. It just, I had too much finger inside of it. So we'll move on to something else. I have a smaller target set up to the left. It is a little steel target. We'll get dialed in on that. We're gonna get a little more controllability on this. We're gonna tighten down and we're gonna let her fly. Okay, so I'll give you another view of that. So I'm actually hitting that pretty good. So let's see if we can tag that thing some more. So as of right now, she's running very well. It has some very good recoil to it. It doesn't feel like a 9mm. It feels almost like a 22 Magnum. That's what it feels like. Nothing nowhere close to a 9mm. It is getting a little hot. I mean, granted, I have ran 40 rounds through it back to back. The ergonomics on it feels good. You can definitely get a control on this thing. Everything moves like it should. There's no sticky controls on it. Threaded barrel. Oh, she got loose on me. King loose. You need to tighten that up. Tighten that back down. This is a brand new gun, but the thing that I like about this the most, and I believe it mitigates the recoil, is the barrel with the sleeve in it. But the sleeved barrel, it does mitigate the recoil very well, but it is a little loud though. That's to be expected with a caliber like 5.7 coming out of a platform with a short barrel like this. The serrations are very usable on this. So you have the front serrations, back serrations. The slide is very thin. So if you want to conceal carry this, it'll fit very flush to your body and you can conceal carry this very well. The trigger has a little play, just like a lot of Smith & Wessons. So the M&P models always had that little play in it. And I'm glad they didn't put the hinge trigger here. That's what really keeps me away from a lot of the M&Ps, that hinge trigger. I hate that hinge trigger. Very good guns, get rid of those hinge triggers and you'll have a very good platform. So you have a little bit of take up, break, short reset, and you're right back on the wall. Do that again. Right back on the wall and break. It is a very clean break off of that. So we're gonna get one more mag and we're gonna do a little bit of destruction with this thing, because I know you guys like to see a little bit of destruction. I had a few people message me on Instagram asking me to shoot bottles and stuff like that, so I'll be obliged to doing that. So I'll be right back with that. So I got my eyes on, got my ears on, because we are dealing with some glass here and we're at about 10 yards, so I definitely don't want to be blind. So we're gonna take this 5.7, this M&P 5.7, and we're gonna bust that glass down there. And we have a few clay pigeons too. So I think we're gonna start with the clay pigeons and then work our way down. I have 10 rounds. If I mess around with those clay pigeons too much and I can't get to the glass within those 4 shots, I'm just gonna go ahead and skip over those, because I definitely want to see what this thing is gonna do to the glass. Load and make ready, stand by. Got her on the last round. This is a new weapon, so you can't beat me up too bad on it. This is a new weapon. Not used to the 5.7. I'm not gonna make any excuses. I missed. It is what it is. But this thing is a very good shooting pistol. I need to get that out of my vocabulary. Ooh, that's hot. But the barrel does keep backing off. I don't want to mess with the threads or anything. You guys know I'm very particular about messing with someone else's property. So I'll just clean it back up, give it back to him. I don't want to mess with anything and tear anything up. It's reliable. From what I ran through it, I ran 50 plus rounds through it. Yeah, 2 mags, that was 44, and then it was 12, yeah, 50 some odd rounds. So that's a box. Didn't have any hang-ups. It was already lubed up. Yeah, she was already lubed up, ready to go. So she's pretty reliable. It can be just as accurate as you are, because I wasn't that accurate with it, but it is what it is. You guys know I'm not, you guys know I don't claim to be a professional shooter at all. These slide cutouts do work well on helping out with the recoil, which is not much already as it is because it's shooting the 5.7. The iron sights feel pretty good. They're fully adjustable front and rear, which I don't think you need to adjust. You just need to adjust your shooting. I need to adjust my shooting. The ergonomics on it feels just as any other M&P, is just a little slimmer. The texturing on it feels very well. The flat face trigger helps you get a good trigger pull, and the magazine comes out very well. Shoots right on out. And the magazine release is textured as well too. So I do think if you were going to use this in some kind of combat readiness application, if you're going to do this for combat readiness application, I have to give it a thumbs up on it. My rating system on this, it does have an optics plate. It is MOS, optics ready, slide cutout, fully adjustable iron sights, very good trigger, full Picatinny rail at the bottom for lights and accessories, lights, lasers, lamps, accessories, very high capacity mag, a strong shooting round out of a pistol. The ergonomics on it are very good, and it is fully ambi. So with all that being said, out of these 50 rounds, man, I've never done it before. Out of these 50 rounds, I got to give this thing a 10 out of 10 because it's fully ambi. That's the first fully ambi pistol that I've had on the channel, I believe. Yeah, I do believe so. It may have, I don't know, I have to go back and look at the shadow, but for a concealed carry, if you're going to use this for concealed carry, because you guys know I like to conceal carry full-size pistols. If I were to conceal carry this, I would have to give this a 10 out of 10. It gives you everything you need. The fully ambi, the texturing, the trigger, everything to mount any kind of accessory that you want. You can do it with this pistol. You just have to get used to the firing on it. I would suggest going out and practicing like any wood should. If you're going to carry something, you need to practice and see where the rounds are going to impact for your carry ammo and for your training ammo. Believe me, I shoot enough, and I know there's a big difference in shooting hollow points and shooting FMJ, because it's going to be a height difference. When you're shooting those hollow points, they tend to impact a little lower than your FMJs. Your FMJs are a little hotter round, so they're going to shoot a little higher. In my experience anyway. Results may vary depending from shooter to shooter, gun to gun, ammo to ammo. With all that being said, guys, I'll see y'all in the next one. But don't forget, on your way out, to hit that like, share, and subscribe. Help support the channel. You don't have to do it monetarily. I don't have any ways to do it monetarily, but if people want to do that, that's cool too. I don't mind having help because these videos are expensive. But the biggest way to help out the channel is just liking, sharing, subscribing, and watching the videos through. A lot of you guys, I see that you're watching the videos through, and I have not forgot about you guys. I'm just waiting on my 1,000 subs to be able to give back to the community. Once again, the guys that support me, I support you guys. So you know I do a giveaway every 200 and, well, it was 250, 500, then 1,000. So every time the subscribers double from the last giveaway, I will be doing something. And this one is going to be, it's going to be nice. I'm not going to joke around and mess around with you guys. This one will be a very nice giveaway. I think you guys are going to want to sit around and wait on that giveaway. And with all that being said, I'll see y'all guys in the next one. But don't forget to hit that like, share, subscribe, and make sure you leave some criticism, some constructive criticism, so we can better the channel. I'll see y'all fellas in the next one.